Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by today to go through this training section with me. So I hope you're doing well in the dynamic sphere. So today I will be walking us through email to case auto creation and assignments with an end-to-end view um, and business case scenario, just to give a full picture of how the email to case operation works in the dynamics environment, specifically on the customer engagement part. So, in the course of this training, what we'll be looking at. Um, so for this, we'll be covering the business requirement scenario, where I will give you an instance of what the business is looking for. Then we'll go through to user provisioning. Then we'll configure our basic queue, which will help us to receive the mail from the client or our customers thereabout. Then we'll also configure the Power Automate to help us with the automatic routing of the case. Then also we will create the advanced queue, which we'll be using in our work stream to be able to assign the service requests to agents. Then lastly, we'll be taking on the mailbox configuration in CRM, where we'll be approving the mailbox and testing it and what we've created. Then we'll do a live demo to see how what we've done is working. So straight ahead for the business requirement. So what they okay, for instance, in this scenario, the client is looking to have a support system in which their customer sends their requests to a specific support mailbox, and when that request hits that mailbox, the a case should be created automatically based on the message that was received by that mailbox. And this case that was created, instead of staying in the queue for agents to go and pick them up, the case should then be routed automatically to one of the agents available based on their requirements. So that's basically the full end to end of what we'll be looking at in this training session. Then the user, so kicking off from that, we'll provision a support user account. So this will be the mailbox that will be receiving all the requests from customers who assign it a license. That's the office license, so that the mailbox can be provisioned. Then straight ahead, we'll create a queue. So for this queue now, this will be where we'll administer the mailbox we've created so that when mails come into it, this queue picks it up, and then also we'll configure our ACR, the automatic crate creation, so that cases are created when they hit this mailbox in CRM. Then after that, we will add some action to our ACR Power Automate flow, such that instead of when the cases after the case is created, it don't just stay in the queue, it's automatically routed. So we are adding the unbound action, which is the apply routing rules. Then when we're done with that, we'll also configure our advanced queue and use the advanced queue in our work stream that will be picking up these cases when they are automatically routed. Then we'll also approve the mail in CRM. And when we're done with that, we'll proceed to perform a live demo. Excuse me, sorry on that. So straight ahead, I'll just bring up my Dynamics environment. Let me just drag this over here to my other monitor. Okay, so the first step of the process will be for you to create the mailbox that you want to use for your contact center in which your customer reaches you on. So you can just go straight to your Microsoft Admin Center using either your global admin or an administration admin account that can create a user. So I will navigate to the user on this panel, then click on active user. So when I click on active user, I could just add a new user here. So I could just call this, let's say this is customer support. So let's call this support or something like this. So I could give the email same name. Remove this. Just make everything small a little. Then I'll create a password for it. So just create a password. Then when I'm done with this, just click on next. No, I don't want this. So you then need to apply the license needed. So for this, we just only need the mailbox. We don't need it appearing in CRM or doing whatever on the system. So I'll just go give it an office license. So when I give it this, I'll click on next. So I don't need to have any admin role. Just click finish and finish adding that. So quickly, I'll log in this account so we could see that in action. So let me just open an incognito browser, just aka.ms / outlook. So I want to go into the account I just created. Yep, so let me go get the mailbox. We just had this one. So go here, click on this, next. So it is requesting me for the password. So I just input the password I created for it. And when I click sign in, okay, okay, oh, can I just go back and see the password I created for this show? Would be 7. Sign in this. Okay, great. So we have the mailbox we just provisioned currently now. So this is the mailbox, no mail in it. So to just test as receiving email, I could use this my admin account, aka.ms / outlook to create. So just send a mail to the mailbox we just created to see be sure that it's receiving mail. So just click on new email. So this is to go to CRM support, test mailbox, testing mailbox. Okay, so when we send this, I'll proceed back to our mailbox. Refresh. Okay, so see, we just received our mail. So we're done with the first step of configuring the mailbox account we want our users to be sending service requests to. Then straight up, just as we had from our slide. So we know the business scenario. We've created our mailbox and given it a license. So now we need to create a basic queue. So what this basic queue will be doing is we'll configure it with this mailbox we just had, and on it we'll then assign, we'll now create an ACR, which is the automatic record creation, where every mail that hits that mailbox is automatically converted to a case. So we then go back to our system. So now you head to Dynamics and you head to the Customer Service Admin Center. So with the new wave, you could do this on the omnichannel previously, but with the new release now, Microsoft will be rolling out some of the support from those ones. So basically, all your configuration for customer service will be sitting on your Customer Service Admin Center. So there's the Customer Service Admin Center. So what we're looking to create is a basic queue. So when you just click on under customer support, click on queues, then you click on basic queues, just click on manage. So when you click on manage, so you have your active queue here. So I just want to create a new queue. So what we'll call this queue is customer support email queue. So sure. Then the incoming email we need to provide is the mail we just created, which is the customer support at righttechhub.com. Then you just give the description, the mailbox for customer support requests. So when you're done with this, so converting incoming emails to activity, so you could set the conditions on what you want. But in this case, I want all mails that hit this mailbox to be converted. So when I'm done with that, I just save. Yeah, good. So we've we've saved our uh, basic queue. So the next thing is record creation and update. So what we'll do, you add a new record creation. So what this record creation is saying is, whenever a mailbox hits this account, whenever a mail hits this mailbox, sorry, we want to convert that mail to an activity. So you select the activity type you wanted to convert it to, and that will be done with this record creation and update rules. So I just click on new. Yeah. So the rule name will be email from customer to case. So I want to convert the email from customers to case. So when that is done, I'll save this because I need to save before I can add my conditions. Good. So now we need to add um, the conditions that it needs to evaluate before this is converted. So the activity type is monitoring is email based on what we have for our basic mailbox. So just click on what you want it to capture here. Uh, email to case condition. So what are the things you want to look out for before this new creation records hits in? So for us, we just want to ensure that the subject of the mail contains a data and the there's a creation date for the email, just something around that. But you have wide variety of conditions you could add. So just add a group and I'll change these to all so that any of them that meets, even though I know both of them do not meet. So I'll just look for uh, created on for the mail. You just say contains data. Let's do the same for subject. No, I'm not adding a group. We're just adding a row. So let's say subject of the mail also contains data. So this is where you build most of the advanced features you want in picking up your mails that you actually want to convert to cases and all that, or to other activities. So I just want to pick on contains data, uh, subject. Yeah, contains data. All right. So when we're done with that, you just save. So you can close this and you have your condition here. So now we've created a condition in that will kick in for this automatic record creations to occur. Then if you have a automatic mail response you want to send, you can add this here. We're not adding that today. Um, Also, for the advanced, if you want to receive emails only from customers you have in your system, you leave this as no. But if you want any customer without an active contact account on your CRM to be able to send and those mails will be converted to cases, then you could just change this to yes. So to state that unknown senders also their request to be converted to a case. So I could just also save this. Then when I'm done with that, you proceed to activate your automatic record creation that you just had for this case. So activate this. So our HCR that we just did now, so as you can see now it's activated. Then now we will proceed to the next on our slide, which is the add the unbound action. So what this will help us do is instead of the normal expectation in which for our queue that we have, when the mailbox is received and the case is created, it just keeps a queue item. Then for some business case scenario, people they want the agents to come into those queue and pick the service request. But in this case, we want it to be fully automated such that whatever case that was created from this system is automatically routed out and assigned to um, a service request support agent. So to be able to do that, we will need to go to the Power Automate end that holds the record creation that we have for converting email to cases on this our queue. So I just click on this ACR. So the email from customer to case. So when you click on that, the email condition opens. So we will be setting the routing on the condition here. So I'll click this to be able to access the Power Automate flow that handles the email to case. So this is where you go to be able to check the configuration. So I'll just click on this. So it opens you up to your Power Automate and that handles the automatic record creations for records that hits that mailbox and comes to that queue. So the flow that does the creation of cases is what we're trying to access now. So we have a flow open. So as usual, you just hit on continue. Then you have your flow out. So basically, we'll be leaving everything as it is. So what we just want to add is after all this is done and the record is created, we want to reroute it back into uh, we want to route it out of that queue so it will fall into the work stream, and from that work stream that we set the conditions to, it will be given to an advanced queue, and agents in that advanced queue will receive it through the round robin. So what you just need to do is add a new step. So on this new step, what we are looking for is to perform an unbound action. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, perform an unbound action. Then the action we're looking for is apply routing rule. Just so apply routing rule, this one. So what we are looking for is incidents, which is the cases. Incidents. And the case we're looking for is this the one that was just created. So we just come here and type for case. So the unique identifier is what will pass in to incidents. And once you're done with this, you save. So you just look up here for the saving. So yeah, so it's saved and we're done with that. So if you just leave all this out, then so with this now, whenever the record is created and converted to a case, this perform outbound action will automatically route the case out, and a work stream that is configured to pick cases like that will then pick up the case and assign it to a support personnel. So if we just close this, we have everything set. So just go back to our slide, and um, what we have next is to create an advanced queue. So now we want to create an advanced queue where we could assign agents to this queue. So the advanced queue helps you to automatically distribute records to users that are assigned to that queue, unlike the basic queuing, which users need to go there and pick queue items and work on them. So what we're doing here is we'll create an advanced queue and also create a work stream that will apply that advanced queue to. So just go back to our environment and still under the customer support, you see queue, you go to queues, then now you click on advanced queue. So you just click on new. So I'll call this customer support agents queue. Yep. So the type of record we're looking for is record. So when you select this, so we could give it a number. So just basically to identify a queue. So I could just call it 0012. So I could click on save. Yeah, so now our queue is created. So the basic thing we need to do here is number one, just add a user. So I already have a support agent user created, so you could create one for yourself, which we'll be using for the testing. So I'll just add the user here. So I have a CRM agent I've created and also a supervisor where I want to give this. So I'll be assigning this agent. So I'll just add. But basically, this is where you find all the list of users you can apply to your advanced queues that you've created. So I could click on add. So this will add this user to this queue. So when you're done, there is the assignment mode. So if you have more than one agents here, so no matter how the number is, so you have an assignment method. So we have the round robin and the capacity base. So for the capacity, it checks the capacity the of the agents against what the work stream that service request is coming from is. If the work stream, if the capacity for the agent is less than the work stream, that agent will be excluded. Other agents that have higher capacity will be picked. But what the assignment method does is highest capacity assigns item to the person in the user list with the highest capacity. So with that, it's able to distribute work based on capacity. But we also have the round robin that just cycles the service requests as they're coming to the queue to different members of the queue in a round robin fashion. So to do that, you could just check here, uh, use the highest capacity or use the advanced round robin. So the round robin just goes around all the agents on that queue and assign the case to them as they come in. So I could leave any of them because it's just one agent and it will still perform the same thing. So I could just go back to this, go back to our queue. Then there was no need for us to configure overflow because we're not expecting to have an overflow. We're just working on a test. Set operation hours. You could set up your operation hours to track when the members of this queue can receive service requests. But I could just set this, or you just leave that as we end up for this session. So this is our advanced queue that we've created, which is the customer support agent. Then next, we'll now need to create a work stream. So what the work stream will be doing is collect the routed cases. So the work stream will help to collect those routed cases and pass it down to this queue. And with the assignment mode here, the service request will then be assigned to the user under this list. So just go to work streams under the customer support panel section, then click on new work stream. So I can call this customer support, customer support email to case work stream. So what type of work stream are we looking out for? Looking for record, and the record type, you could have your various type, or all we want here is case. Then we have the work distribution mode, which is either push or pick. We want this to push because the business case scenario wants it to be automatically routed to support agent. Then our fallback queue. So if all the conditions that we set on the work stream are not met, so where should the service request go to? I could just select one of the fallback queues I have. I have all fallback queues, so basically there's no user there. So with that, we don't creating our work stream. So you just click on hit create. So now our work stream is created. So the first point of call when you create your work stream, you need to create the intake rule. So what the intake rule is you're trying to tell the work stream what it should pick into its own bucket. So we need to create our row. So hit on create row. So I'll call this customer support case from email rule. So I'll add a condition. So what do we want to look out for on the case before this workstream picks it? So what I just want to look out for is if the so I could just say so basically let's just use the subject or the case title contains data. So the case title, yeah. So I want if the case title contains data, then this should pick it up contains data. And also I want to check that the origin, because it's coming from email, I want to check that the origin is email. So origin equal to email. So I can change this to and so that these two conditions must be met before our case is routed to this workstream. So what we'll do, we'll map it to this workstream we just created. So the workstream we'll be mapping it to a workstream, and the workstream we're mapping it to is customer support email to case workstream. Then you click on create. So this work stream, we have our condition set here for for what it's to pick. So if the title contains the data and the case origin is email, so this work stream should pick it into this bucket. So the work classification helps you to just classify some attributes on the case that the work stream has picked. So let's say for this one, um, you can just click on create here. So create new classification. So what I want to create is set high priority. So let's say any case that comes through the email, we want to set their priority to be high. High case status. So I just click on this. So I'll create our work classification rule. Set to high. Set to high. So what we'll do is we'll then add our own condition. So let's add a rule and say if the case title still contains data and our email, our origin, sorry, is email. So what it should do is we want to routed record. So the record we're looking for is priority. This I want to set it to high. Then click on create. So that's basically it for that. So you can then go back to your work stream. So the next on the list is the route to queue. So we want to create now we're going to apply it to the customer queue we created. So customer support queue routing. I'll click on create. So I also create a routing rule. So it's a route to customer, okay, sorry, route to support agents, which is okay, good. Then we could use the same conditions as we did previously. Not a group here, we add a group, so we're adding a row. And for this, we're looking at case title, contains data. Then also we have our origin. Um, Origin is email. Then find the origin. Yeah, what is going on here? Origin. Origin is email. So which queue do we want to route it to? So we have our customer support agent queue. Then click on create. So with this, we're done with the routing. So you go back to your work stream. Then additional work distribution. So here you can set the capacity if you're using capacity base for your queue case assignment. So the unit tells how many of the capacity will be taken from the total capacity that the agent that will be receiving the case has. So it's with that is also check which agent is qualified to receive the service, work item that came to this work stream and was assigned to that queue. We'll just leave everything as default. Then we'll then proceed to our next action on our slide. So the next action on our slide is to approve the mailbox that we just that we added. So to approve the mailbox, what you need to do is click on your advanced settings here. Go to advanced settings. On advanced settings, just click on the settings icon here and go to email configuration. Then you go to mailbox. Then you can look out for the mailbox you just created. So the one we have is this one, customer support email queue. So click on it. So what you do is you approve this here. I want this to load. Okay. So now I'm going to approve the mail. Then click on OK. So once you're done approving it, then we can test and enable it. Okay, this still loading. Yeah. So test and enable. I'll click on OK. So a confirmation email will be sent to the mailbox you just approved. So let's go back to our mailbox that we created and refresh this. Supposed to get a mail. Uh, Still in progress. Okay, let's check this and see. Okay, let's test and run. So I need to test this. Okay. Now we need to let me test. Click on OK. This will save and close. So let me refresh this and see if the test run has gone through. So we're supposed to have it succeed. Okay, so it's in progress. So just give it some time. So it's still running. So let's check our mailbox to confirm also. Oh, beautiful. So uh, we've gotten the notification and it shows that everything is in sync. Mailbox connected. So this was because we did it multiple times. So that's why we're getting all this mailbox. But this is mail you get to confirm that the mailbox is now working and everything from CRM, everything from this mailbox is now tracked in CRM. So when we are done with that, when we are good to go to test what we've done. So let me refresh this and see it as a success first of all. Yeah, success. Good. So now we're done. Um, so that's it. So now we'll test what we've done and see how cases are automatically routed. So we'll go back to Dynamics and go to the customer service hub. So when you go to cases, our cases is empty because we don't have any case yet. Okay, let me go to all cases so just to be sure. So we don't have any case on the system. So as I stated earlier on, I already have the agent's account open. So this is the agent that we had. So workers are already closed. So this is the agent's view on omnichannel. So all work items are sent to the agent to be seen here, and the agent also can go to the customer service hub, and here the agent will see cases that are assigned to them. So let's use the customer service hub and go to cases. On this agent's active cases, it's going to be empty also. So this agent doesn't have any case. So to test this, we'll send a mail from this account. So this is my account to the support mailbox. Then requesting that I want something like a laptop change or something, just a request. Then we'll see how that will be assigned to the agent and all that. Just a normal case scenario of a customer sending a mail request to the support mailbox, and the support mailbox, the mail will be a case will be created from that mail and routed to a support personnel who will respond to them. So I click on new. So I'll call this CRM. Oh, yeah. So sorry, let me get the mail for this. Okay, customer support. So let's go back here. So look for customer. Yeah, this customer support. So I call this request for laptop change. So I say, hello team. Let me just say hello support. I made a laptop purchase from your company. However, the laptop the laptop is not working. Kindly kindly provide me with a replacement. I can put full stop and say one regards, something like this. Okay, uh, so I could just hit on send. Then we'll go to our mail. So this has come in here, but as you can see, it's not yet tracked. So now it's not tracked in CRM. So the mail has hit CRM also. So now what we'll do is we'll go to our agent end and refresh this. So keep waiting. When we go to the all case end and I click on this. So you can see the request for laptop change that just came in. I just initially assigned to the owner, which is my account. So, but we're waiting to see how the owner is going to change because we are expecting it to be assigned to this account. So just wait, refresh. So customer support mailbox. So these are the tests mailbox that came in that were converted to case, but that's not the one we're looking for. So just give it some time. Okay. So yeah, so we have a little challenge here, and that's because if you remember, we had our work stream set with a capacity of 30, and we had all this mailbox tracked to CRM and converted to case, which each of them we calculated as 30. That's why the last one we sent was not received by the CRM agent. So what we just do is let's increase the capacity of the agents. So let me just go back to queues, uh, service admin. I could go to queues. No, so advanced queue. So we're looking for the CRM agent. So this is the agent. So I'll just increase the capacity to 1,000 so that we don't have that issue. Then also reduce the units for each request that comes in on the work stream. So I just change this to 1,000. So this agent is entitled to 1,000 units. So I can save this and close. Yeah, that's good. So we go back to our work stream. So if in this case where you don't want to increase the capacity, but you want to reduce the work stream load unit, so just click on the work stream, and when you click on edit more here, so I can change the unit to maybe let's say 10. So I can change it to 10 and hit save and close. So when this is done, so now let's test again. So I'll go back to customer admin center, service hub, service hub. Let me clear all the cases over here. So go to cases, and I just want everything here cleared out. So let me just clear out all of this. So delete all this. Okay, so we've cleared out all the cases. When we go back to our agents and we refresh this, all this should be gone. Refresh. Oh, I cleared out only the active case for the admin. So I'll clear out all cases. So I just delete all of this. Okay, so now we're done with that. So just to confirm, go here to the agent end, this agent, and see it doesn't have any case now. So we'll go back to our mailbox and send another mail from this one here. So I'll do new. So let's say to customer support. So I'll do this new laptop repair request. So I'll call this request. Hello team, kindly assist with my laptop repairs as I, I am unable to turn it on. Warm regards. So now we're just done with this. We click send. So when this mail is gone, go to accounts and expect its arrival. Yeah, so the mail is here, but it's not tracked to CRM yet. So wait till it be tracked to CRM. Yeah, now it's not tracked to CRM. You see the icon track to CRM here. So when you go to the admin account and you go to all cases, if you refresh this, you see it's assigned to the owner of the workstream first. The one will refresh also. So just give it some time. Let me go to active cases for this person. So it's not belonging to this account. Then we'll go to our agent. So now we're on the agent end. So let's refresh this. So you can see that the case was now assigned to the agent. So when you click on this, you can see how the whole flow of the operation happened. So you just go to your timeline. So from our timeline, you could see, first of all, the stuff was created and it was assigned to Victor because it was created by me because I was the admin person that created that queue and the ACR. So after assigning it to me, the flow picked up by omnichannel, and what was done was it was routed to this queue, which is the main support queue. So in the main support queue, based on our round robin, this was then assigned to the CRM agent by omnichannel. So that's basically how this email that came from this client got to this agent. So the agent from its own end will then pick up the case, click on view more, and be able to see what the customer wants and proceed accordingly. So that's basically the holistic view of how you could automatically route cases that come to your support mail in CRM to an agent from them to proceed with resolving the service request. So I hope the training session was able to give you insight on that. I thank you very much for your time and hope to see you in our next training. Thank you.